Sukuna has probably had the longest kill streak in all of anime history. And yes, I know he didn't actually kill everybody, so if you try to correct me in the comments,
your mom's a...
They even tried to crush his heart 3 different times, and he's still going. Nah, this guy is built different.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The man we all know as Ryomen Sukuna has become a 5-star threat to the anime and the real-life community, and must be stopped by any means necessary. We ask for your prayers and thoughts in hopes of this man's death.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yo, so whenever I look at my YouTube analytics, a lot of people who actually watch my channel are actually from my YouTube recommendations. Y'all not even subscribed. So, if you're new to the channel and you like this kind of content, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button too. Thanks. No chapter this week. The Sukuna glazing needs to stop. Sukuna's borderline invincibility has legitimately given the whole community at this point the impression that he will just never be taken down. Okay, probably not the whole community, but at least me. Making us look like clowns, laughing stock, clown stock. Gege, at this point, you need to be stopped. And unfortunately, you forced my hand. I've set up a petition to have Gege overthrown and demoted as the writer of Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, if you scroll down below, the link to the petition is actually a red button that actually says subscribe. Wait. If you click onto the button and you press the bell, it actually takes a digital copy of your signature and adds it onto this petition, which is not actually digital. Okay, so that was actually supposed to say thick ass plot armor, so that was a typo. No, it wasn't. Now, before we dive in, everything in regards to Sukuna is pretty much subject to narrative and plot, so I'm just gonna throw that out there into the universe so you guys can quantify how that whole joint works, because that's a whole bunch of math that I don't like doing. Sukuna has been fighting since I came out the womb, and that was, well, I'm an early millennial, so you can figure that out. Now, despite catching a borderline beatdown, which I use very lightly, because he's won all of his fights, but he hasn't come out unscathed. Now, whether this dude's actually tired is a whole different question. From the brain damage, to the landing and receiving black flashes, to the multiple attempts to crush his heart, and then his backup dancer actually saying he's not even going all out. Gojo's back, Okotsu, I get it. And this man immediately has a hard-on to fight this man. Okay, not like that, but he wanna fight him real bad. Basically, the desire to fight Gojo, I would almost put it on par with Goku trying to fight strong opponents. To the point where this man will put the lives of the entire universe on the line just to fight somebody strong. Yeah. That was a pretty good example, I think. The thickness of Sukuna's armor, plot armor, I don't want y'all to think nothing different, got me thinking that this man is a whole baddie. Jokes aside, the trailblazing thickness has left an array of victims in its path, and as a member of the elite squad known as the Anime Victims Unit, I continue to fight for that marginalized community.
These are their stories.
I just felt I couldn't help it. Sorry. Exhibit A!
Treat me like what is.
Gojo had the confidence of a man who came to a knife fight with a gun, but then the morale of a man who lost that same knife fight despite having a gun. Disclaimer, guns and knives are bad. No violence, thank you. Gojo will forever be known as being jump resistant. Despite landing a black flash and having the domain tug of war, resulting in Sukuna's brain damage, it clearly wasn't enough. This is probably because of the fact that he's not the main character and borderline unsolicited hate from the author. And because of these, and these alone, this has earned you a spot into Jujutsu Kaisen Victims Hall of Fame, also known as Sukuna's. Yeah, we're not even doing this. Moving on. Higuruma actually got one of the best possible outcomes for his domain, confiscating Sukuna's cursed tool while also being granted a blade that grants instant death. However, this pretty much fell short because it led Sukuna to train the Gojo prodigy in one chapter just to slay him in the next, earning him a spot in the Victims Hall of Fame. Maki is the product of trying to debate between whether investing time in your physical brawn or your cursed energy. So basically, in human terms, when you go to the gym, or are you strictly a cardio vixen or a weightlifting meathead? Now, regardless of which one you choose, I'm pretty sure you're not hurting society. Don't quote me. But I think we can all come to the mutual understanding that it is good to have the best of both worlds. Her role in the fight started with piercing Sukuna's heart. And I mean, to defeat the strongest sorcerer in history by any means necessary, right? And while I was out there celebrating, thinking that this man has finally been broken down to some capacity, only for her to be branded as Sukuna's crash test dummy. Sukuna's output is low. He's using reverse curse technique to heal himself at the same time while trying to fight an individual with the physical brawn of Toji Fushiguro. And I mean, there's only one man who knows how bad that can get. Despite all the damage that Sukuna had accumulated at that point in time, the plot kicks in just for Sukuna to land a black flash in Maki's gut. And the worst part about it, it was on International Women's Day. Clearly, this man has no respect amongst the genders. Now, if you fall outside of that, that's all on you, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. So back up. Resulting in her being branded a place in the Victims Hall of Fame. Okay, this was a tough one. Choso rarely rolled out for Yuji. Despite their explosive encounter when they met in Shibuya, I mean, they're still in Shibuya, but the Shibuya arc, you know, where Gojo got took. Like, yeah. Choso fought side by side with Yuji. He taught him in the best possible way, or at least tried to, about blood manipulation and reverse curse technique. And I know Choso who did that, go argue with the wall. Choso tanked a black flash from Sukuna and forfeited his life in exchange for Yuji's. And for that reason alone, he will not be known as Sukuna's, but he will forever be known as the God and the Great who landed himself in the Sukuna's Victims Hall of Fame. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was tough. Editor, if you please. I say editor like I'm not the one who actually edits my own videos.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So before we wrap things up, we do have some honorable mentions. All those mentioned above are presumably dead, missing in action, actually dead, or may have fled the country. Sukuna at this point seems like he has no intention of slowing down despite all the damage he's actually accumulated. Yuji has awakened and is now currently fighting with Todo, but will that actually be enough to stop him? Gojo Okotsu has 5 minutes to fight Sukuna before he pretty much kicks the bucket, but we all know he's not the main character, so he's probably dying. But let me know your thoughts below. What did you think of the last chapter? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Where do you think the story is actually going next? Final question, is Sukuna's plot armor way too thick? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace!